Alright,
Yay, back.
hello! We're back for the last part of Heart of Ruin this week, for week 2, as the rest of the group encountered the very strange individual who's been able to enlighten them more on the situation at hand. They veer off from immediately entering into his house, though, in hopes to investigate further to see if they can find anyone else that is in need as they traverse the rest of the city. It doesn't take them long before they find another one of the houses that has the smokestacks leading out of its chimney.
While we're walking around, going to the next house with the chimney in it, Vanna is pulling out another piece of his rations and taste testing a few things to see if everything does taste like rotten or whatever.
As Vannon takes out a ration, and as you bite in on it, Vannon, it tastes like a ration.
Weird that the apple touched the ground though.
Slap that ration against the ground.
So I guess I'll set it down for a few seconds and then pick it up and taste it. I'm just curious if it's the areas affecting the food or affecting the people.
As you pick it back up off the ground, it feels a little bit more moist than what it did when it hit the ground, less crisp.
I'll still bite it.
And it tastes like it's been out for too long.
Stale.
Huh.
Desecrated ground then, eh?
Yeah, it seems to be that whatever this black mist is doing, it's making it possible for food to rot much, much quicker than it should. Well, keep your rations close, I guess, if you have any on you.
I'm going to be upfront with you guys. I reckon it's vampires using the mist to move into the town, eat as many people as they can. Like, convert as many people as they can.
The mist might have also been the way that they're making the ground poisonous, too.
I think that's mostly to block the sun. I'm with Scram on this one. We should gather who we can quickly. I don't want to spend too much time dawdling.
Don't get too close to people. Don't let them grab you.
Kane, you said that the masks remind you of witch hunters?
Yes.
Do witch hunters come in and kill everything in an area like this? Or if they're taking people away, do you think they're taking them to safety already?
They usually... Well, did the man not say that they were burning those who were too far gone?
Yeah, well, they maybe suspected that those were already vampires or in transition, so maybe they burnt them, but are they taking everyone?
Do I know if they take everybody? I mean, I would imagine that they have a little bit of hysteria or something to them.
It's normally if a vampire hunter or witch hunter's coming to your door, it's for a reason. And normally if they come through towns, the way that he was speaking that they came through, it doesn't lead very well to the inhabitants. Not to mention, active witch hunting really hasn't been much of a thing, so...
In a way, they're a plague of their own. They're
Well, I mean,
merciless in their
they're still helping us.
methods. I would not be surprised if they took out some innocents while they were making their way through here.
Well, I guess we can see what these other houses contain before we know for sure what's going on. And you're muted if you're talking, Nikki.
Yep. That's fair. Let's gather them all at once and hopefully we can speak to them as one instead of having to have many separate conversations that rather collude all their stories.
I don't think we should gather them all together.
You don't think?
I mean, from what I've heard, like rumors and stories, fairy tales and horrors, nightmares and stuff like that, vampires are difficult. if these people are turning into them, that's why they're being a hinky about going outside, eating food. If we get them up together, they might be able to overwhelm us.
I don't think they're vampires, though. If they're able to turn bursts of the sunlight, at least from what I know of vampirism.
I don't think they're entirely human anymore.
I think they are. What do the rest of you think?
We'll find out when we meet more than one, I suppose.
Does say no on high alert. Any sudden movements from them, I'm going to stop blowing things up.
We go to the next few houses.
So as you continue to travel to the first house that had the smokestack, it has a very similar nature of, it doesn't immediately look all that lively on the outside, and the smoke coming off is the only thing that gives you any kind of inclination that someone's there. Even more so since you've already come across this type of thing once already.
Can you see the chimney from the outside of the house? Like, is it built with like an external protrusion?
It's the ones that have the it comes out and has the two metal cylinders.
Okay. But you can see like the wall that it's attached to.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'm going to try and clean up that there before we start knocking and have a look through.
Say that one more time.
Then I'm cleaning up the window nearest to that wall, like nearest to the fireplace, and try and have a look into the room
Okay, I got you.
using magics.
Magics.
As you look through the window, you can see a person that's hunched over, their arms crossed over their stomachs, in a kneeling fetal position, just rocking up and down.
Everything all right, Scrum?
They seem to be just as
I
emaciated.
hold up one finger.
Yeah,
Hold one finger and point inside.
Looking at them, they seem to be just as emaciated as the guy before. Even more so, even worse.
I knock.
It's turns to see the two of you looking in horror as...
I'm looking at the door.
So you didn't go to the window?
No, I'm knocking at the door.
Ah. So as you knock at the door then, it turns to see the door before quickly trying to turn and move to the door with a chair that you can see, Scram. On the other side, over by you, Annalise, you just hear the sound of something heavy bracing against the door.
Hello. We're from Frelia. We're aid. We come to bring provisions. We already spoke to a member of the town. We know briefly what happened here. We're not demons or the men in the raven masks.
There's chicken berries.
As this woman's like bracing, she's staying silent, Scram, you're watching, as you see coming from the fireplace a shadow that moves out of it and then lands stealthily onto the ground. Its back seems to be arced in such a way like it's in a hunting position. Its skin seems to be pale white, and as you can tell, it seems to be wearing the tatters of clothing that has long since lost its usefulness. As its elongated claws
Sorry, the clothing lost its usefulness?
lost its usefulness.
So it's
Hanging
basically
limply.
a naked man is what I'm understanding. So clothing's use is to cover up the naughty bits. Okay, great.
You no
Continue
longer
with the
care
scene,
about
DM.
its naughty bits.
So as where I was.
Just want to clarify.
So, currently only Scram sees this?
Currently,
Yeah.
yes. As Scram, you
Has
watch
she
it.
noticed it?
No, she has not. As it...
Then I'm going to bang on the window. Just immediately. Got alerted to its presence.
Graham, what's wrong?
As you bang
Something's
up to
in
the
there.
window, immediately you see the girl turn its head, see the creature as she gives off a scream, and she scrambles trying to move the chair.
Fist through the window. Hand through the window. 3 scorching rays through the hand, through the window at the vampire thing. And I'll spend sorcery points to do all that in the same turn.
So, let's get into... Go ahead and roll your thing. But we're going to need
Screw your
initiative now.
initiative order. I'm just good at quick and everything.
Yep. Gotta go fast.
No, you get your
Throw
surprise
a
attack
diet
roll.
balloon, I'll slick it back.
Actually, no, you lost your surprise with the hit, so yeah, let's go to initiative.
Yeah, that's fair. Wait, we need tokens.
Oh yeah.
It occurs to me that we probably should have left someone with the old man.
He's got the dog.
Oops. He does in fact have the dog, and I can't imagine he wandered too far that he wouldn't hear it.
So am I. Can you shift ping us? Oh, you have brought us on there. Yeah, that's fine.
Can I use my previous roll?
Yeah. Yeah, just change it.
Good, 'cause it's one better. This is a replacement token emporium. Diddle-diddle-diddle.
I just saw the thing.
Judging so hard. Jesus, those tokens.
Not even coming up for me. Well, I'll roll.
There you go. First, you go first.
I mean,
I did shout there's something in there as well.
Can I go break through the door?
By all means. Go ahead and roll an athletics through the door.
Even though I'll probably knock her out if she's right there.
As
Better
you,
knocked out than eaten.
as you quickly move past Sebastian and just bring your shoulder into the door and breaking it open, as she just gets flung to the side with the chair that she moved, as you see this ghoulish-like creature currently on hands and feet bent over like an animal. Its eyes are crusted over with what looks like the type of thing you see in Decay of creatures, and its mouth hung open with these large jaws that look more like a beast than a person.
Then I will move between this creature and the woman with my. Can I draw my sword?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Alright, scram.
Unleashing fiery hell upon all things. All evil things. No, all things. So, Scorching Ray, flying from my hand at the thing. Boop. Does that hit?
That definitely land.
9 fire damage. I do so again. Probably misses. And my final one. 15.
15 is also a miss.
Damn.
As your
9 fire
Scorching
damage.
Rise shoots out and nails it directly in its side as it turns looking at you in anger before jumping side to side, your other two missing.
Are we saying I used my sorcery points for that to do that in the same round as breaking the window? Or was that what caused the initiative?
That's what caused the initiative.
Then I'm going to cast you Kane in the room.
Yep.
I'm gonna speed him up using sorcery points and haste.
Yeah.
Get fast, son. Now I'm done.
Alright, Vanin.
Venom will rush inside. Is the house to scale? So that's a 30-foot movement to there.
Yes.
35, 40, so I can get right up to this thing once I get inside. Is that true?
That's right. And that's your full action?
No, that's just a move. I have a 40-foot movement. I was just trying to think of should I start off this using key points, but no, I don't think I will. So I'm going to make 2 spear attacks and an unarmed strike.
All those hit.
Three? That's horrible for damage. But there it is. 16 total damage, bludgeoning. 2 piercing, 1 bludgeoning. So Vanin will rush right by Kane with his spear out, jab it a couple times, followed up with a sidekick. And say, should we try dragging it outside? And that's his turn.
Alright. Sebastian.
I'm gonna go inside for a bit and does this creature look humanoid, or does it look like it could have been a human?
It definitely looks like it has remnants that seemed humanoid at one point.
Playing a pacifist character, right? I'm gonna go up to this girl that was being thrown around and stuff, and I'm gonna ask, "Are you okay?" And I'm gonna use 5 of my healing hands to heal anything that might be ailing her. And using my bonus action, I'm gonna spend a key point to go into dodge. And that's it.
So after you come over the girl, like, breathing heavily, it's its turn as it, like, surveys the room and seeing how it's slowly turning out of his favor. He quickly turns and rushes towards... Actually, no. He doesn't even need to rush because you're right in front of him. He begins to jump up and slash towards Vannon twice. As long as this works for me. Is it coming up? It's not coming up.
I don't see anything yet. Nope.
You got
Letting
prepared
out
for the
in
next
here.
time anyway, didn't you?
There it goes. That's not right. 17. Does that hit?
No. Just kidding. Yes, it does. Yeah, my AC's 15. But I didn't still see anything come up on your thing. Or do you have them whispered?
Yeah, it was whispered.
Oh, okay.
Before it wasn't rolling at all, so I was thinking it was messed up.
Beast Man. So 7 damage for the first hit.
Yes, sir. And as the second swings, 22.
Ouch. Oh, to me you meant 22 to hit.
To hit, yeah.
Ouch.
As the second claw slashes into you again, Vannon. And as the blood seems to spray with each attack, it seems to make his attention turn more from it was about to leave to almost like a hungered frenzy as it looks at your blood and seems to be locked directly onto you. And Elise.
You did?
You
did.
This is fine. This is fine. My apologies. I would like to... can I get into the room? Is there enough space to squeeze past everyone here?
You're able to shoulder through people to get in here fine, yes.
Okay. Can I get up right next to Vannon? I was so inclined. 5, 10, 15, 20. Sure can. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Annalise is going to rush past these folks, get up right next to Vannon. As I run forward, I'm going to cast Shalaga. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. That's so weird. I cast Shillelagh on my staff to get into battle mode, and I run up and I kind of like just pat Vannon on the back as I kind of like form up beside him, casting Cure Wounds. Let me just cast some magic here. Be terrible. I'll do it at level 2 actually.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and I get some healing. Nice.
So describe what you did.
I described it exactly. I run up beside Vannon. I pat him on the back, and as I do so, this white burst of energy just kind of like emits from his back and kind of like goes over his shoulders to wherever the wounds were. And they fill in slightly. I don't think all the way, but they fill in slightly.
All but one have a little scratch.
Nice. Next is a woman as she gets back to her feet and uses a chair to kind of maneuver her way that Sebastian and Kane are in front of her, that something has to move through them to get to her as she tries to hide behind it.
Smart girl. Woman.
Yep.
Kane.
It looks kind of. I mean, how much room is left down there? I'm assuming not much. I think I'm gonna hold my turn and just hold guard in front of her.
That's a good point. How much room is there behind it? Is it just at the fireplace or is it in the middle of the room? Okay. Then I am going to Misty Step behind it. That's 30 feet. Which is just in range. Pop here. And stick out like a big hand, left hand, kind of grab it on the shoulder as I shock and grasp it. Doop. Boop. Ew. And fail.
As you try to reach out and grab it, once again, now that it knows you're there, it just jumps to the side while on all fours, being very conscious of your movements there.
Oh.
Vannon.
I will tell it, no, I'm really not that tasty. And stab at it. And unarmed. Kick it as well. Similar to what I did before, two quick jabs and then a side kick. Which all appear to have hit.
As it tries to evade it as nimbly as possible, but you catch it off guard each time.
Well, not too bad, I suppose. It's 12, 15 total.
As you kick into it and hit it, after the second volley, you start to realize you've been hitting pretty clear on, and it does not seem to be taking nearly as much that you want from your kicks.
I'm level 6, aren't I? Isn't that the level that my attacks are considered magical?
Are they?
I'm going to double check that. I was actually just thinking of that before you said it. I wonder if this thing has damage resistance. And monk level.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I do. Level 6 is the level that my attacks count as magic against damage resistance.
Then it seemed like it was, but actually, no, you were just wrong.
Is this really working? I'm not sure.
Right,
but that's my turn.
Sebastian.
Well, seeing as Vannon, Scram, and Annalise have this thing under control somewhat, I'm gonna turn to the lady and ask, I know this is not an appropriate time to ask this, but what is that thing?
Muted.
It's the smoke. It's the smoke.
Smoke? What do you mean smoke?
They came in after the mist.
Does Kane hear this?
Yeah, I'm right there.
I'm gonna say this thing might be connected to the mist.
Seems like it.
And I'm gonna use my action to go into dodge. I wanna try and protect this lady first and foremost.
Very well. As you go into your dodge, it is now its turn once again. With Vannon being the only one that seems to harm it, its ire just is secured on Vannon after also his blood fresh on its claws and its hands as it reaches up and claws at you one more time. Let's see. I'm sure 26 hits.
Ouch.
As it claws up
That's
at you.
really close to a crit.
It was pretty close. You sit back expecting the pain to come as it moves too quickly for you to dodge, but instead it actually tries to wrap its arms around you. I need you to make a dex save. As you attempt to evade out of its grasp, it holds onto you tightly. As it reels back, opening its mouth, and then drops it down onto your shoulder. $19.
Yep, that's a hit.
Ooh.
Oh, it didn't add the modifier. Hold on. It's a +4.
So 5 piercing and 17 necrotic. Not that it matters that much anyway. It's all 22, right?
Right.
Ouch.
That is a big ouch.
That's a huge ouch.
Yep.
Are you bloodied?
Yep.
Shit.
By 1 point. I'm at 1 point under half.
Uh-oh.
As
What-
you feel your vitality begin to drain as the second one, as it bites into you. The piercing didn't hurt so much, but it feels like your life essence is being sucked out of you as it's like biting and holding on to you. Annalise, you stand
How does
there in
the,
horror as you look at this creature holding on to Vannon, and Vannon like crying out in pain as it
do.
sucks its life force.
How does
It's
the creature look? Does the
Finish
creature
that.
look not great?
It looks injured a bit, but it's not anywhere near slowing down that it looks like.
Okay. I'm going to cast. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians. First of all, I'm going to look over and be like, Venom, Sebastian, we need you! And then I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians, just like putting my arms out, and suddenly the air is filled with these celestial, almost looking just like light beacons. You can see that they're almost like fairies with wings, and they're just churning through the air around us, kind of like illuminating the area. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to look at Van and be like, it's all right, I have you here. I'll cast Healing Word at first level.
Oh, nice. That's your minimum? That's really good. Oh, because you have that healer thing.
I'm a life cleric.
Keep in mind, Vannon, that 17 was also a reduction to your max.
Yep, I sure it does nothing.
So that actually means I only actually heal 5 of that 8.
Yes.
So I can only go up to a certain amount. I can only go up to 28 hit points.
And for your What's the name of that spell? Spirit Guardians. All right. I need to make a Wisdom save of 15. No. As you see it, it just rears in pain as... go ahead and describe what happens to it.
It takes 3d8 radiant damage is what it does. As kind of the light bursts out and I look over and I cast the healing word over at Vannon, without any sort of guidance or direction, the celestial beings that have kind of appeared around me just swarm down at the ghoul or vampire, and just rears back and shrieks in pain as whatever presence, even just the feeling of the burning of just these creatures surrounding this evil entity just seems to pierce it and burn it just from their presence being there. And it takes a bunch of damage.
It doesn't seem to be happy, but it doesn't let go of Vannon as it's held onto him tight, its fangs secured against Vannon's neck still.
I don't like it.
Kane.
That's all I can do.
Is there room for me to go up and attack it?
Yes.
Alright, I will do just that.
Damn.
Nice.
And I get one more.
Bear in mind you're hasted.
Can you still not see the map?
That is some crazy damage.
I'm pretty sure it's close to dead with that first one. 25 silver damage, silver magical damage.
As you bring your sword
First hit.
up and cross slash it directly into its rib, it gives off a shriek of pain as, you definitely get its attention for the first, as your second and third all seem to make purchase.
It lets go of Vannon, right?
As you watch it release Vannon just out of the pure damage that it took from everything.
That was 57 damage, magical silver. Holy crap.
After Let's Go Vannon.
Sorry, that was 57?
Yeah.
I thought I'd be
There's a
dead.
reason they always haste Kane. Yeah. As it lets go of Vannon, I'm gonna try and pick it up and get it in a body lock. Athletics. God fucking damn my rolls.
You bump your head on the ceiling.
It could roll lower. It could roll lower. Then another big hand, speeding it up. Gonna try and strike and grasp it again.
Oh.
Once again, you try to grab the thing.
So next week my character's gonna be a plague doctor.
It's pretty shockingly fast.
No. Vannon.
So it does not have a hold of me anymore?
No, it let go of you and its ire seemed to turn
Awesome.
immediately to Kane.
I'm gonna spin around and punch it right in the rib cage with a stunning fist.
As you attempt to hit it, after going through that evade tactics with Scram, it just watches as you bring your fist out and moves it to the side as well as you hit nothing but air.
Okay, I'll keep doing it. But I'm just actually gonna check stunning strike for a second. When you hit, okay, so I don't have to spend the key point until I actually succeed in the hit. So I was just wondering if that was a wasted key point for it before I kept going. So that was the first attack, second attack, and third attack. And I'm just gonna stick with those two for now.
Are you stunning or are you not?
The stunning on the second on the 19 that hits. Yeah.
All right, so this one seems to make purchase, as there's some reverberation going through his frame as he looks down in curiosity. But we'll see what happens. Sebastian.
If he was stunned on the second attack, then that third attack actually has advantage. So I need to know if I have to roll again.
Okay. All right.
Until the end of your next turn. So yeah, actually it is stunned.
Okay.
so
So
roll
Sorry, just a sec there, Sebastian. All right, so that last hit actually does hit then. So I needed to roll the 3, or the 2 damages. So 16 damage. And then Sebastian's turn.
Well, seeing as this thing is surrounded completely, I'm gonna take an opportunity to try and defend Vannon by going up here and just wailing on this dude. Do any of those hit?
Yep.
All right.
They both hit.
Good. Oh right, extra attack, right. How about that one?
No, it doesn't hit.
Okay, yeah, sure. And key points. That hits. So 12, 19, 27 bludgeoning damage.
And you are not level 6.
I'm not level 6, no. Not yet.
Okay. Much to how I described it the first time to Vannon, that's now you. How much did you say it was in total?
27, so half of that would be 14, 13.
Though, after these strikes, it does look like it's in immense trouble.
Alright. As it should be. And that's the end of my turn.
As it tries to move and finds that it can't, as it sticks there. Annalise.
Spirit Guardian at the beginning of its turn.
Annalise.
She said Spirit Guardians.
I already did it.
Oh, you already did? Okay. Cool. It took half damage and all that?
No, Radiant would be full.
He said I already did it, but I wasn't sure if he meant that before I rolled. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My turn, I almost want to push Vannon back. But I don't think he'd like that very much at all.
Beat it with your stick.
With my Spirit Guardian still up, with everything, I'm just going to cast, where am I looking here? I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at it.
Alright.
Automatically fails dex saves
Yes.
because it's stunned. Nice damage roll.
And I'm pretty happy with it.
So describe how you kill it.
Yeah. I look over at Van and kind of contemplating getting in front of him. And then seeing that's probably not like that, I just point my staff at him. And white fire kind of goes down my arm, carries over the staff in a bit of a swirling motion, and erupts at the creature.
With its body kind of just frozen after the stunning strike and taking the hit from the Spirit Guardians, it shivers in pain before turning its cataract's eyes onto Annalise with the growl, its beast-like jaws open and baring as you point your staff, and the Sacred Flame just hits it directly in the chest as the flame goes out for a moment, and he looks strange before out of his mouth flames begin to erupt as he starts to scream in pain before charring into dust and falling to the ground.
Well then, Vanna, are you alright?
Not really.
Do you want to sit down a moment?
Let's make sure that was the only one before I attempt to.
How are you looking right now, Vannon?
Well, there wouldn't be very much in the way of visible wounds right now because I only technically have 2 less than my maximum. But you can definitely tell, like, my body's a little more emaciated than it would be normally because I took the necrotic damage. So I don't look as healthy as I usually do.
Okay.
And I'll
Yeah.
say their bites doesn't automatically make me one of them, does it? And I'll start to look around, like, worried that I might be one of them.
Let me have a look. I want to go up and kind of reach up and just like check on his neck. Look at the bites. Kind of giving it a very gentle once over. Ooh, from what I rolled about vampirism with my 17 earlier, they have to kill you with their bites to turn, right? It's not just a one and done kind of deal.
It is the racist ideas that you got, so it depends on
It's
how.
it's my knowledge. It's not the racist ideas. I rolled 17 and that's what I know.
That's
of
what
this
I
creature.
told
Yeah.
Nikki.
What does Annalise know?
That's what the
What
church
did-
told you.
That's what you know is the racist ideas. When you got the description before, I said you know everything that is racist ideas about vampires.
I know so many different folklore versions of vampires.
That's the point.
So just, I don't know.
You have many ideas, but you haven't actually encountered this before.
I don't know.
A medicine
I-
check?
You'll be fine, Vannon. I'm sure. I
I'm,
will do a medicine check to see if it's like a poison I can draw out or something.
Yeah. Can I do that as well? Can I assist?
You want to assist?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natural 20 with the assistance.
As you look him over and like check the wounds, check his eyes, make sure like nothing seems to be out of the order. You take in a deep breath, and best thing you can pursue, besides throwing holy water on him, is for him to sit a day and see how he feels. That you feel like it's not going to lead to him turning.
I feel like it's not going to lead to him turning.
You feel like it's not going to lead to him turning.
Okay. I think he'll be fine, Venom. I'll take a day to look it over and see if it progresses, but I wouldn't be worried if I were you.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna use 5 of my healing hand points to cure him if there's anything at all, just to make sure.
Describe what that does again.
It cures any poison or disease.
Instead of healing the creature, you can expend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure the target of 1 disease or neutralize 1 poison affecting it. It doesn't say anything about what type of disease, so I assume it's just in general.
As you go through that, you feel like you did something. You feel
Good.
like it cured a disease off of him. Fun fact, he rolled 4-1 earlier.
Yeah.
From eating the disease rations?
Yep.
Well,
That's for you.
Okay, I'm gonna approach the woman and ask her, "Are you all right?"
She just looks to be in shock and awe as you all vanquish the creature with not worse to wear, as she just gives a couple of hesitated nods. How did you manage that?
We're a talented group of warriors of sort. Can you tell me exactly what this mist is?
They normally came like that through this. She just like covers her head and seems obviously overwhelmed, but as you like put a cursory hand over her and give her a nod. She bows her head as she takes in a deep breath and looks to be going through the motions of telling her story. But with that, we're going to have to get to that next game, because if you can't tell, I'm being called at the moment. So
Yeah.
that's where we're going to end it. So
Absolutely.
thank you guys for watching. We're going to see you guys next week for the next episode of the Heart of Ruin. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
See ya.
Seriously, 3 fucking 2s in a row. Damn it.
That was so bad.